Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, so gotta change some things. That card I'm dissatisfied with. I think the idea of the general bomber thing from a bit ago might have been on the right track. I just didn't give it enough of a chance. Toss in the second Acolyte while I'm at it. I've just reduced the amount of spells, which might be good because I've been having a lot of these games where I'm like, ugh, not enough spells. Or I mean, too many spells. Ugh. Yeah, I think this is fun. For a moment, I considered running the Ancient Watcher and Sun Fury combo, but it's so much better in Druid. 2 reasons: they've got Innervate, and they have Keeper of the Grove. I don't think the Ancient Watcher combo is appropriate here. I've considered the Wild Pyro, but there's not enough spells to activate it. The missiles would go really badly with it. Yeah, okay, we'll go with this.
I will fight with honor.
You asked for it.
Wow, much ice.
Reporting for duty.
So I'll walk down the list of cards that chat's suggesting, which I'm going to turn down. Sunwalker, there's not enough room in the big slots there. I need some big guys like the ogres. Pyromancer, there's not enough spells. Defender of Argus, there's too much competition for the 4 slot. Blizzard, it's only 1 mana cost less than Flamestrike. It costs too much. Cone of Cold, it also costs too much. Pyromancer is too much competition in the 2 slot, and also there's not enough cards. If you want to have both Pyro and Arcane Explosion, that's 2 super situational cards that deal 1 damage to the opponent's stuff. And that's meh. Tazdingo is actually reasonable, and I would consider it over the Yeti, but not yet. Okay, cool. He is be frozen here. He's gonna be pretty upset at that, so he might try to equality. Looks like he's got the super control-y type of Paladin, so I can't really aim to kill him that fast. I'll go for a 3-card draw off of the Acolyte. Damn. That's a really good solution to the Acolyte. Against the Paladin, I'm going to try to keep as few minions out on the table as possible. It's definitely the type that runs the equality plus the board clear. And I should say I'm not going to try to keep as few minions out as much as it is. I'm going to try to make all the trades be as ungood as possible. As bad as possible. As ungood, that's also a word. This is a really good turn to cast the Drake while he's unable to use his True Silver. I should try to cast my stuff that True Silver kills easily, which is pretty much just Drake. Alright, quality to hit that. I'm fine with that.
Reporting for duty.
It's good for him and it's good for me. Good for me in the sense that it's not terrible. 1, 3, 6, 8. Got rid of 2 medium threats with it, I believe. I've got a draw which will offer me a bit more possibility than usual. He is technically at 8. No, he's technically at 4. I can bring him down as low as 4 right here. It's like that's...
Reporting for duty.
If I didn't have the second fireball, I would definitely fireball the Yeti. I feel like going for the face though.
Follow the rules.
Is that essentially
Reporting for duty.
a surprise low amount of health? One more turn of giving this a shot.
Me smash.
3, 7, 10, 11. The quality will wipe the board, so no worries about that.
Me smash.
I'm counting on the Paladin to be unable to deal 5 damage, which is admittedly a little bit of a risk, but not that risky from what I know of the Paladin deck. I'd say it's a significant risk, but general knowledge of the deck is that the Paladin can't do 5 burst.
Quickly. Reporting for duty.
He's out of range of burn now. I have to go for the long game.
My eyes are open. Take heart. The Earth Mother is near.
I really want to copy that, but the problem with copying that is then I can't copy Tyrion. It's gonna be a long game. The card advantage he has on me is outrageous. Have to do it.
Me smash. Let me think.
Good thing he didn't have that earlier. But it killed.
The Earth Mother are upon us. Reporting for duty.
Wanna blow something up?
The eyes of the Earth Mother are upon us.
Running out of answers here.
It's time for a little blood.
That's it. Game over on this turn, I predict. There are a lot of things that could have gone wrong. That was one of them. There's no way I can come back from this. Much sad.
Well played.
You asked for it.
I actually did a bit of thinking about what makes this deck, well, after the Valley Town from yesterday, where like Strife, the Druid Master and Refiner of that deck, I was like, yeah, this deck is sort of trying to be much like that Druid deck. And I was looking at that druid deck and I was like, oh man, it really manages to handle the early game very minimalistically with like as few cards as possible. And it manages to do that because of the Ancient Watchers primarily. And the Innervates, really. It's a lot harder for a mage to cheat the early game. But I want to cheat so badly. The cheater is being reduced to like Mad Bomber as the dual purpose of being a 3-2 and clearing his stuff. But cheating is so hard. This druid is the play a lot of guys and buff the guys deck. Being able to keep his guys clear is really good, and the worm just happens to get bigger. Pretty good. I think that card's probably the biggest the rogue will tend to have. I'll keep up the removal plus hit him game.
To Northrend!
This time for sure.
Oh, the squirrel. So soul crushing. Today's been a squirrel day. A Tinkmaster might be so good that I should put it in the mage deck anyways, as like a third polymorph. Random thought. Tinkmaster's super good.
Choose soon.
The problem of killing that is the dagger kills the thing. It always does, but
What to do?
I could kill the 2-2 and then heal it with the Earthen Ring. That makes me take 6 damage, which is a problem, especially since
What
Earthen
to
Ring can heal
do?
myself after I
What
take the
to
4-2. And I think either way I'm playing this 5, which means I should take this out. Which means I should heal myself. Whoa! Alright. Want to move in case of betrayal, but whatever. No one wants betrayal.
Ha, this guy's toast.
I think the rogue's about to run out of steam. Hopefully he plays another card, and then the Flamestrike burns all. Looks like his 2 cards are not playable at the moment, else he probably would have played one. So 6-2, or maybe 6-3. Since I can't finish off the Harvest Golem, might as well develop this. I'm happy with that, taking 3 damage. Technically that's the best target for his SI7 agent to hit, and should be really happy, but I'm okay with just healing 3 and drawing a card.
The light protects me.
Slightly concerning. Alright, give me a fireball. Even without a fireball, I'm favored right now. But the fireball would clinch it. Now it wouldn't. It means that card in his hand must be some burst Maybe Leroy. On the board, I win next turn. Hopefully he doesn't win with his drawn card. Oh, the humanity. Good setup
Well played.
to have the foresight of
Well played.
hitting me last turn. Nice job. Much sad. I was really thinking about this mage deck. I was like, bah, this isn't consistent enough. I was like, I keep drawing this against aggro decks and it's not very good. And even against control, it's like, should just have one. I was like, it's too greedy against aggro decks. Meh. Alright, so let's put in that Earthen number 2. We got some, I think a smoothing out of the mana curve by adding in some 1s might be a good idea. Start early. I solemnly swear to uphold the light, purge the world of darkness, and to eat only burritos. And toss in 2 of that chick. And what was the last card I was thinking of? Yes. An Ooze. To not have that few 2s. Okay. With those changes, let's take it to Legend. 'Tis the nature of deck building. Against Control Warrior, maybe the Argent Squire start, we'll be able to rush him down faster. Meh. Yes, game sound. Thank you.
Hello.
Probably an aggro deck if he's... Oh, that's not good. No, please don't fish up the Fiery War Axe. Otherwise, this will be painful.
It's time for a little blood.
Monty Berserker can take out the Nat Pagel. He has one solution. Well, he has 2 solutions. One is Slam Inner Rage. The other is the Fiery War Axe. So the big question is this a Fiery War Axe game? Please. Yes. The gods have not forsaken me. Oh.
Caught one.
Who you want here?
Oh, that's right. Heroic Strike does work. Well, he didn't have any either of the answers. Thank goodness.
Armor made to fit.
Okay, execute on that. That's good for me. In general. Let's try that again.
It's time for a little blood.
Let the pain speak to me.
Okay. A fairly good answer on that one.
Job done.
This time around I do have both Azure Drakes in my hand. That's going to give me a good boost of early game power, but hopefully it's enough to carry me through the warrior control. Hopefully. I'm going to assume that taunt won't be very useful.
Shields up.
And the water elemental isn't in freezing range yet.
What now?
Why keep the worm now that I have so few spells is a general question upon the deck. Well, if I cast just one spell, it's a 1 mana 2/3, and that's really good. Plus, a 1 mana 1/3 happens to be pretty good against the meta of a lot of 2/1 minions. So that is why it's still a keeper. Opponent's got a lot of cards in hand. He's definitely playing the late game legendary warrior deck. Roll. Alright.
Work.
There's some value in killing that, but not enough, I think. Need to keep the Frostbolt for perhaps the freezing application. I can't use it on a 2/2. I do have one Ooze in this deck. Hopefully I get it. Huh. This could be critical. If I Frostbolt him and freeze him, and then I play the Water Elemental, it might be a while before he can use the Gorehowl. 2, 6, 9. That's going to be an interesting way to do it. Alright, let's do that. If I can keep the Gorehowl from working, this could help a lot.
Let the pain speak to me.
And I've decided not to play the long game with this hand. A nice Gorehowl you have there, but the Water Elemental shall prevent you from using it, ideally.
I bring life.
That'll always happen. This will always happen. This will always happen. And, oh, although I don't need to do that yet. No decks run 2 brawls, I believe. It'd be madness to do so. Nice, Flamestrike not good in this matchup. Gonna execute the Water Ellie? Ha! Okay. Gromish. I think I should not kill that with Polymorph. I'll need to kill something else. The Gorehowl, I should ooze that, which means I have to use the
I wonder.
this thing. Rip Gorehowl. It turns out that the Flamestrike is a lot harder to use effectively than the Polymorph in this matchup. Ooh, I'm real close.
I fight.
I didn't want to Polymorph the Baron, but I didn't have a better answer. Oh, please hit my face. Actually, it's bad either way. It's worse if it hits the Ogre, though. Okay, well, okay. Got a chance. I think if I go after Rag, I have 100% chance of killing Rag, but overall my chances still wouldn't look great. Unfortunately, 1 mana short of lethal. Just gonna have to play Ragnu Roulette here. I don't think I'm winning this game because it's likely he can clear off a guy here. Then it's the 50-50, and then I still probably won't be able to win because he'll shield up.
What now? Take heart. The Earth Mother is
Armor
near.
made to fit.
If he hits the 3/3, I win. Come on! Oh! Mad Bomber chuckle. Wow. Alright, I'll take it. After all the
Well played.
after the squirrel morning, it's time for a Devilsaur evening.
Your soul shall be mine!
You asked for it.
No turn 1 play implies that it could be the Giants version. It'll be the Giants version if he taps. I'm just copying what he's doing to his hand. Oh, it's Murlocs. Okay. Apparently he had a serious decision to make. Okay, well that's a fairly tame opening. Nice. Against the Murlocs, the Argent Squire is quite good. But if I play the Argent Squire, then I cannot spend the mana efficiently on turn 3. So I'll do this. Argent Squire is really good in this matchup against Murlocs. So all throughout, I needed an answer to the rushiness of the 1 health guys. I was like, oh yeah, Argent Squire, that can work. Hopefully it does. It might not be Murlocs. Maybe it's only the 2/1 charger. Hard to fit Dark Iron Dwarf in the deck. Useful 1/1 is useful. So, according to him, probably the thing that makes the most sense is sending the Argent Commander into the Drake, and then he's thinking about whether or not to attack the Squire. He probably has to, because otherwise the Squire attacks that with the Fire Blast. Given that play, I'll probably Fire Blast the Wolf, and then I'll play the Yeti. And then maybe the Water Alley. Yeah, this isn't a Murloc deck. This guy's spazzing out. Nice. Change of plans.
To Northrend!
Yeah, it's both Argent Squire or Argent Commanders dealt with fairly efficiently. To my good fortune. Play that card because it has slightly larger attack, and the 5 health versus 6 health doesn't really matter against a... it does matter, not really. I was like, it matters in the case of Soulfire plus Mortal Coil, but sort of matters against Doomguard, but not at the Doomguard point yet. So better to play the Yeti out earlier, while the 5 health is not really a weakness.
Do you need a blessing?
Who dares
Oh, okay.
summon me?
Oh, rip 2 Defender of Arguses. Yeah, okay.
Put this apple on your head.
Ugh. Good aiming on that one. Now I can't kill this for free. I'll have to kill this and probably this and
I got
then
this.
do stuff. So I'll have a 7. That's
I
easy.
got this.
Eyes are open.
Do you need a blessing?
Why do you call?
Hopefully the health goes here. Yes. Oh, it's Ogre.
Of course.
And I'll not go down to 1 health. It could be running foil.
Of course. What you looking at?
Job done.
Put this apple on your head. We must cleanse
6, 9,
the
12.
Sunwell.
1 mana short. Or 1 health short. Although, if I copy the Knife Juggler, I have a 50% chance of winning. Or a 33% chance. That's dumb.
Of course.
Alright, Take no chances. Have to. Double ogre. For super ogre value.
Well played. You win.
Aggro deck only got me to 24. That's one of those times where this deck went really well.
Your soul shall be mine!
You asked for it.
Alright, the Acolyte's a bit too slow. Pretty good hand. Hopefully up against aggro. Although if I'm up against giants, I got the faceless, so that's not bad. It's a fair chance against either. Any hand with a mana worm to start off is generally better than average after all. Looks like it's a giants deck.
Shields up!
The slight downside is I will probably be forced to play Harvest Golem, and then that'll be a pretty tasty Hellfire for him. Not much I can do about that. My hand is getting to be quite good though,
I got
which
this.
is nice. The fireballs are extremely strong against warlocks. So he has the choice of either Mountain Giant or Twilight Drake here, or Hellfire. Excellent draw. The Drake. So he is soon to be dead. On the next turn, I can throw a fireball and a frostbolt at him. The turn after, I'll.
Speak to me.
In fact, I should have started it this turn. Whoops. I should have fireballed him. It's a Devil Sore evening. He has no way to come back from this. I win.
I wonder.
Although I could have won one turn faster.
Shields up! Well played.
Alright, back to 1! 5 to go!
Watch your back.
You asked for it.
Alright, well this is the barbecued sheep hand. That's not gonna work. It's a more reasonable hand. In fact, if I got this hand against the rogue, I would probably keep. So it's okay. I wouldn't be very excited about it, but it's okay. Ooze makes it better.
The light protects me.
Looks like an aggro rogue. Fire Blast instead of Sun Fury in case of Cold Blood. Next turn, probably Golem. Although I could, nah, I'll do it. The reason not to do this would be to try to play around poison. This hits this hits the guy. Based on the no turn 2 play. Okay. I guess he just didn't have a turn 2 play. I was like, what? He's showcasing that he doesn't have anything that costs 2.
Shields up!
Ooze is really good there. More poison. Okay. turn 4. Has he used the coin? I don't think so. So it's his 4 cards against my 4 cards. This is the type of rogue deck which just runs card draw and buffs, I imagine. What I'm going to deem as standard rogue.
To Northrend!
Throw an ogre at him. I could have considered Yeti there. I forgot he was frozen, so he couldn't have finished it off with the Argent commander.
They are bend to my
Meh.
command!
This is really good for me. Plus this, then this. It's very good. Whoa. 17? No? Okay. That was worth considering also.
My eyes are open.
Alright, this is a very scary arena board against him. In this hand, it's marvelous. And the next turn I can cast a both. It's a Devil Sword Evening. That was a really good draw.
The light protects me.
$10, 13. It's actually not over. Almost. But not quite.
The light protects me.
I have to throw the fireball at him now, since the next turn I don't have enough mana to fireball, fire blast. Next turn I can just fireball, fire blast, and that'll work.
My shield
If this
for
doesn't
Argent.
already work.
Mind if I roll need?
The Dukin. Four to go.
I will fight with honor.
You asked for it.
Wow. This hand is really heavy. Goodbye. The odds of drawing a good hand here were like pretty high because I had the four of the worst cards to have in the deck there at the opening hand. Thanks to Fire for your donation. Leaves a message of what would you change about this deck to make it better if it wasn't free. Change the ogres to Cairn and Ragnaros. Add in the Pagel.
The light protects me.
And as usual, you can adjust it to be more against anti-aggro or more against anti-control, depending on what you feel like.
I fight.
Shield up!
This doesn't look like an aggro. It's a control paladin deck, so I'll try to kill it. You'd also want to consider Blood Mage Thalanos, and you'd also want to consider your Sarah, and you'd also want to consider Archmage Chantonitis. Those are all really hard to really think about. You'd also want to consider Missiles, Arcane Explosion. There's a lot of things to try out, really. Like, this is the first incarnation of the deck with Argent Squire.
Let me think.
Whether or not it's good remains to be seen. I mean, the Squire was useful here, even. Because normally with the reinforcement, well, I mean, it kills the reinforcement, saves me 2 mana. It's handy. I've got a few ways to deal with this, but I'll choose this way.
I got this.
Save the coin. There was a possibility of coining Fire Blast. You could have done this also, save the 2/3 with full health, but this seems fine. Having the 1 health guys against the lightsaber is pretty good, since lightsaber are not very effective.
The light protects me. I fight. I got this.
I'm gonna reduce my exposure to Consecrate. Just realized that I was a bit overexposed. The nice thing about Argent Squire, even though this is a deck that can't buff it, and usually you would run it in the deck that buff the Argent Squire, is that I'm a mage, so that I can Fire Blast to follow up the Argent Squire hit. So it's So if my deck is slow enough, it's like the Argent Squires are 2/1s with Divine Shield, kind of, sort of. That's the general idea of why they're being run.
I fight.
Plus they're just saving me 2 mana every here and there. Normally I'd have to use the Fire Blast to kill that, so that this and this wouldn't kill this. The Argent Squire just is unusually good. It's better against aggro, of course. Use it against the 2/1s. Would I run Sylvanas over an Ogre? Oh right, Sylvanas is also one of the cards to consider.
Take heart.
The answer is maybe.
The Earth Mother is near.
It's not a guarantee though. I should do this. Good thing is he's one of the Peacekeepers. This is the #1 legendary that I would put in my deck, as this is generally a slow deck, and in a slow deck versus slow deck, the Double Yeti is really good. And thank you to Evil Lego for your donation. Leaves a message of Trump is dope.
Let me think.
Thanks, yo. I know.
No time for games.
I want to make sure that I leave garbage stuff for Sylvanas. So I'm going to take this turn slow. And that's about it. It's pretty good Sylvanas. Really slowed me down. The other alternative was to try to overload Sylvanas with garbage cards, but that wasn't going to happen this time around. I think this term around I have to try to overload Ragnaros with garbage cards. So 1, 3, 6, coin Fire Blast. As I don't have the means to take it out at the moment.
I wonder.
Reporting for duty. My shield for Argent.
Got the Gatekeeper Ragnaros here. Break the gates. Let's see, I can do 7 damage to Rag. That's good, because 7 is a good number. Alright. Only big threat left in his deck is Tyrion. I hope to draw the... Actually, I have the Ooze, so I don't even need the Polymorph. But it would be nice to draw it, and or the Faceless.
Let me think.
If it is Tyrion, I can just Fire Blast, Fireball, Swamp Ooze. But even better would be Faceless, Fire Blast, send these 2 at it, and then Ooze. And it wouldn't suck to Polymorph either. So I can save the Ooze for the light silver
Let
champion.
me
True.
think.
It's not too bad for me since the only thing equality hit was the Azure Drake to remove it down 3 health. I'd go as far as to say that's as ideal of an equality as I can get from the opponent.
I wonder.
Justice.
Shields up.
I don't want to fireball the 5/6 since it's my only answer, but I will.
That was a mistake.
Let's see. Get this down to 3 health. That's down to 3 health as well. With only 2 cards left, I'm looking in really good shape here. If he's got equality, this will be very value for the opponent. Now, I'll call the opponent her since her name is Miss Foxy. got the overcosted sprint there. It's alright. Contrary to opinion, it's not a bad play to play that when you're at 30 health. It's not ideal, but it's not bad. I can't play more than this stuff, since it's just strong cards. 6, 10, 13. The Yamani Berserker is lethal. Nah, it's too greedy. 2 turns. Save the Berserker as insurance in case the worst case scenario is here. That would be the worst case.
My eyes are open.
Reporting for duty.
It's time for a little blood. Follow the rules.
On the one hand, I don't think I can afford to polymorph the Guardian of Kings. On the other hand, I don't think I can afford not to. You still have a sheep in there, right? I think so. At least if it's Tyrion, I have the Ooze, but things are looking good here. Not only do I have to deal with a card advantage, I have to deal with the Tyrion, though I do have the sheep for it, and I also have the Faceless in here.
This time for sure.
Boo. Rigged. I also have a Flamestrike in here. I would cast it on this, I
Reporting
guess.
for duty.
Okay. It's lethal on the
Reporting
board.
for duty. Put your faith
And
in
that's
the
a
light.
Tyrion. Come on, Faceless. Ugh, that one. 1, 3, 6, 9. So Polymorph doesn't save me. Only card that does is Flamestrike. This will give me 2 options. I can either, well, I mean, it's definitely still got 2 True Silvers in there, so I'm pretty sure I've guaranteed lost. Too bad.
Reporting for duty.
Shields up.
Well played.
It's technically not over.
Well played.